Have you ever felt like you're working hard, learning new things, making progress, and yet something invisible keeps holding you back? You're not alone. It happens to the best of us. And often, it's not the world, not even bad luck, and obviously not your lack of talent. It's something closer, our own ego. This is exactly what Ryan Holiday explains in his book, Ego is the Enemy. He shows how our ego quietly limits our growth, blinds us to opportunities, and even sabotage our success. That's why today, for day 42 of my challenge, read 60 books in 60 days, I'm going to share with you 5 practical solutions to help you overcome it. So you can move forward with clarity, purpose, and real confidence. Transition. First, I would like to start with a question. Where does our ego come from? Obviously, you are not the one to blame for your ego. It is a natural reaction to your environment, your education, and often even the way you perceive yourself. But in every cases, no matter you are responsible or not, you are the one who suffered the consequences of your ego. Your ego keeps you from learning because it makes you think you already know everything, which keeps you from improving since you think you already know everything, so you never improve, which ultimately will keep you from staying on top because you think you already know everything. But there are people who are improving and learning every day, and these people are gonna take your place. And by the end, your ego also keeps you from overcoming your failures. So you are just like kind of like stagnating at the exact same place in life and you never really move on. That's why ego is your enemy and you have to do whatever it takes to get it out of your life. And here are the 5 solutions you will need to overcome it. Solution number 1: work, work, and work again. Working humbles you because you realize how hard are things, so this desire and need of recognition will disappear. Working will make you realize that nothing is easy. So you don't even have time to care about people. Working will give you, first, it gives you this feeling that you are valuable, that you do something important. But beyond this, it just breaks you somehow. You don't need to prove yourself to others anymore. Because when you do things, you realize that you are nothing. Because when you work, you do hard things, you realize how limited you are. You know where are your limitations. You know where you are, what you are capable of, and what you can just not do. Working makes you realize your limitations. When you start doing things, you don't want to prove yourself anymore because you understand. It is not because you are handsome that girls will love you. Talk to girls, you will understand how hard it is. It is not because you are smart that you make money. Start making money, you will understand how hard it is, and never will you ever want to prove yourself to people. That's why people who work don't want to spend their money. That's why people who work don't want to be seen. That's why people who work are never arrogant because they know deep down you need to start working to understand and see your limitations. This will break your ego. If you don't believe me, please try to talk to a girl, no matter how handsome you are. Talk to a woman. You will understand your limitation. Point number 2: don't do what passionates you. The more you do something, the better you get at doing this thing and the less you enjoy doing it. And that's where your ego will come in. Because if you create this habit of doing what passionates you, sooner or later you will lose interest in doing this thing. You will start thinking that you are too good at doing this thing. Your ego will take the power. You will not want to do the thing anymore, or you will do it because you want people to see or to cheese you. That's why you don't want to do things by passion. You want to do things by purpose. You want to do things out of purpose because the purpose is a why. It is a reason why you're doing something, and it is a goal for your whole life. No matter how good you get at doing this thing, when you do something on purpose, you will never have this feeling of, I'm already too good at doing this thing. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm already too good at doing this thing. So today I don't feel I want to like doing it and I will not do it. No. When you do things on purpose, you are doing them for something that goes beyond you. That's why you want to do things out of purpose and not out of passion, because you think that you like it. When you do what you like, the more you do it, the less you like it, and the more you do it, the better you get at it, and the more likely you are to feel bored doing this thing, and you get arrogant when it comes to doing this thing. You don't want to do it. You want to work to CEO, so your ego increases. But when you do things on purpose, you are doing it for something that is beyond you, for something that is bigger than you, something that goes beyond your own life or your own feeling of I do want it, want to do it or not. You're doing it for something that goes beyond you. That's why no matter how much time it takes, Bill Gates will never quit his foundation. He's doing it out of purpose and never will he get tired doing it, because he's doing it for something that goes beyond him. But when you do things out of passion, sooner or later you just get too good at doing this thing and the ego takes the power. Number three, change your definition of success. This is probably the most powerful insight from this video and even from the book. This is just about you changing your definition of success. If your ego takes the power, if you feel this desire of recognition, it is because you believe your success are yours, because you have a classic definition of success. But change your definition of success and start seeing success in the efforts you produce than in what you achieve at the end of the day. When you switch your mind in this sense, start seeing success through the efforts you produce, not through the what you achieve. You just change your mind. Your ego becomes powerless. You have no reason to be too proud of yourself, to get too, arrogant for what you have achieved, because you know that this is not you, but it is something, it is the grace of God. And the same goes for the case scenario in which you fail. You will only focus on your efforts and be proud of you and call it success, even though you have failed, and still say this failure was God's plan. That's why you want to change your definition of success in order for you to make the ego powerless. Number four, follow the canvas strategy. You want to clear the path for others. The idea of this philosophy is for you to become the guy who just wants to help others. When you try to help others, you are not doing things for yourself. You are not doing things for success. You are not doing things to achieve great things. You are just doing them because you want to help others. You are doing things because you want to see others succeeding. When you do it, you just make your ego powerless. You are just killing your ego by helping others. You are just killing your ego every time you just decide that, okay, I do have a talent. I'm good at doing this, but I'm not going to do it for me. I'm going to do it for others. It requires an effort, because the this canvas strategy thing is not something that you do for yourself. You do it for others. So it requires a certain effort. It even requires for you to have some values. But if you figure it out and you just decide to do things for others, it will help you overcome your ego. And number five, start calling yourself a student. The best way for you to actually overcome your ego is by learning, because your ego convinces you that you are already good at everything. Your ego convinces you that you are already the best. But when you are consistently learning, you just make your ego powerless. So never stop learning. I hope this video was useful for you. I will see you tomorrow, day 43. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.